Can't knock the
pod. Can't knock the pod. It's not an episode. It's not a number. We're gonna call this a special edition of Can't Knock the Pod. You have me, your host, Art Ward. To the right of me, a little different this week.
Hey guys, over here.
Hey, it's a little different. I got my twin in there. Twin in there, you know what I'm saying? Miss Big Cuddy.
Hey.
You can't see her legs today, fellas. I know.
Shut up.
Don't
please.
be mad at me. You know what I'm saying? Because I know y'all
they
gonna
are
be
freshly shaved too.
Just take it on me, fellas. They look good. All right, just take my word for it. I know I'm gonna get some emails about this one because niggas is gonna be mad. But y'all see, you know, we just 1 week. Y'all can bear with me. I got.
God forbid you have to look at my face. Hi.
Shaq Renee next to me. Across from us, we got the hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
Mother. You like you gonna lead the parade? I see you getting, you know, you the leader of
the Olaf Fest.
For y'all that's not here, Lisette's bringing the Puerto Rican Fest to the city.
I know that's right.
So we got the Olaf Fest is coming up real soon here, and Lisette's been leading it. I seen her outside with the signs. Fest coming up, so I need to know if you're gonna be on your own.
I am. I got my own float and everything.
Okay.
Oh my God.
No, I'm kidding. I'm the MC. But yeah.
Okay. Well, shout out to you. We
Hostess
got,
with the mostest.
Hostess with the mostest.
Yeah.
Lisette Alina in the building as well. And then next to Lisette, we have our very, very special guest by way of, she's from Youngstown, but by way of LA, New York, the TV screens, the DVRs. I ain't gonna lie, I will get to that later where else I'll see you at on my Googles, but
hopefully it wasn't on no hubs.
it kind of was. Let me stop. Naté Jones joining us today. The crowd stops.
Thank you very much.
Actress Naté Jones is in the building and will be joining us today. So very, very special episode. Also, we got in the building, we got Kadiyati in the building as well. Lucy. On the 1, 2, 3, 4s, and 5s this week, we got my man Firemade, Catching Feelings, Joe Franklin in the building this week.
Hello, Joe.
Also in the building, I ain't gonna. He got to be mad at this.
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
Go crazy. All right, I got cut because he hit me up like last week, like, yo, you know, I'm gonna be in the city. Can I come up? I'm like, oh yeah, perfect. Like you can be on that. We can be on the episode. But then, you know, I got the other call from Lucy, like,
Damn.
my cousin going,
Bruh.
and the Tay gonna be here this week.
I'm sorry.
So I had to make the call, like, hey, bruh, I love you, bruh.
You understand, right?
Hey, look, me and Shaq, we triple him out.
Fit it out.
You know what I'm saying? We good.
For sure.
You see what we got on? That's from my man Marcus.
We
you know what I'm
repping.
saying? Makers Making Market. I said it right?
God. Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes.
The sweatshirts are hard.
Yes, that's from my man's order. You want to show me? You want to give me a hat? I can put a hat. Okay.
They know what it is.
It's funny because he came to my crib this week and or Saturday, and he was like, man, what size hat you wear? And I was like, bruh, man, the boy got a head on him.
A 6X, a size 6X.
Not 6X head.
I told him, I was like, man, I wear an 8 fitted, like, you know, I can't really do a snapback. He like, man, I got some in the car, man. We about to just try this out, man. I know you could fit one. Yeah, so.
Why you ain't record him trying to put the hat on you?
He put it on the next to the last one. I was like, oh, if this don't work, it's over for you. It's like, yeah, give me my hat back. So yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, never mind. So shout out to Marcus, man, being a team player. Do apologize about that, but this interview, I've been wanting for a really long time. I reached out to you a while ago. We were going to do I'm not a fan of the what is it? The Zoom interviews. I'm just not. I like the in person, get the feel for it because it's just more personal. So I'm like, nah, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna wait till you, because you said like I don't be in the city.
I really don't. I
Right.
don't. But you know, circumstances are a little different right now. And then Jotty talked me into. She was like, "You're gonna be on the East Coast. You might as well do a tour."
Right.
Period.
So I was like, you know what? You're right. I am. So I drove up
Yes.
from Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's dope.
I hate that drive.
I stopped in Detroit, saw some family, then I came up. So
Marcus, you took that
Okay, I
same
guess
drive.
I
You
will
like
be
that
on.
drive, Marcus? You get used to it. Yeah, I don't like it at all. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, Johnny. You kind of really made this happen.
best friend in the whole world. My girl.
Flat out. I love that.
Me and Naté actually went to high school, and Johnny, we all went to high school together. I'm much older than you guys, but
Oh, wait, you're 05, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you were a senior when we got there.
yeah,
But you was my nigga though.
Yeah,
You was my nigga.
y'all was the finest freshman in the game. Like, god damn, like this is in the water. Like,
Oh my goodness.
I might want to stay another year in this
You're not
motherfucker.
staying
Grown as
Yeah.
hell looking at these 15-year-olds. You gotta be ashamed of yourself.
Grown as hell.
Grown as hell.
You're nasty.
Nah, if you in high school, it don't fucking matter. God damn it.
It was a weird time. I mean, we was looking at the seniors. Like, okay, senior. I was high school. Like, I pulled me a senior today.
So let's start there. Like, I didn't know you. I mean, you always had this bright personality. You always was like, kind of cheerful. But was the acting something that you always wanted to do even back then?
No. So originally I was doing music, right? Like that's where I met Jotty. We were in choir together, ninth grade, and that's where we met. So I always wanted to like do music originally, and I danced since I was like a little girl. So I really wanted to like be an artist, like a music artist. And then as I kind of got into it, I kind of was like learning the business a little bit, like on the back end. And I was like, this is cool, but like I can go so many different places with it. And then I was looking at schools and colleges, and musical theater was something that kind of stuck out to me. My mom used to always take me to the Youngstown Playhouse and, just kind of like go see the plays and stuff like that, like Beauty and the Beast and stuff. So musical theater kind of became my thing. I went to college for it, and then I kind of fell out of love with like music. I didn't want to do music at all, and I like completely fell in love with dramatic arts. Yeah,
Because I was about to say, Cheney really didn't
have anything for
have
acting
anything.
at all.
Yeah.
We didn't have plays. We didn't have like.
We didn't have a drama class or like a
I
drama.
think we did have a drama club. I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't
I mean,
know.
I was only there for like 2 years, and then we moved to Detroit. So even I wasn't really able to explore the curriculum as much as I really wanted to. I played sports mostly. That's kind of where I remember the tattoo from volleyball. And
Yeah, I was
stuff.
going to tell you. I met you in the bathroom. I'll never forget. That's why I was surprised when he said you were coming. I met you in the bathroom. It was when the new Cheney happened, and I met you in the bathroom by the gym. And I was like, "Damn, she's so pretty." I was a freshman. I think you were like a junior.
Oh,
At
for
the
real?
time. Or maybe no, or a
Dang.
sophomore. We were like a year apart.
Yeah, I think so.
But I see you in the bathroom. We didn't speak. We just said hi. You were just doing your hair. She used to wear like this side ponytail, like on the side with the swoop, and that's how I remembered her. And I'm
That
just
was
like,
the swoop. I still be
With the
wearing the swoop. I love me some swoop swag. I literally have a picture. I think Jotty posted it, and it was me, you, Tabitha. It was a couple of us, and we were at Cheney with our oversized polos, and I had on like all my like gold jewelry, my hoops. I was so east side and ghetto. Like it's crazy because I went to Cheney, but I'm from the east side.
Okay.
So, like, I went to East Middle School and, like Lincoln Elementary School and all that stuff. And then we moved to the West Side, and that's how I got to go to Cheney. But I would have never met y'all had I not moved to the West Side. Because I would have went to Rand, but my mom really did not want me to go to Rand. She was like, no, you won't have a fucking chance, okay? Period. I was like, okay.
Oh, yeah, because we all Cowboys over here.
Yeah.
She's
by way of early college.
Yeah,
but she's still a cowboy. I don't care what she said. She's not a fake cowboy. She's a real cowboy.
She's like honorary.
Yeah.
There you go.
So you graduated. So I always thought you graduated from Cheney.
I did not. I moved to Detroit when I at the end of my sophomore year.
Okay.
Yep. And I moved to Detroit and I finished high school out there. That was actually a really rough time because like I didn't know nobody, and people in Michigan, they don't really like people from Ohio. Like, we don't have no problem with this. I was just, when she came to Detroit to get me, we was like debating with one of our servers. Like, he was like, y'all so hillbilly-ish and country, and we was like, and y'all so dirty. Like, y'all from the city and y'all still just dirty. Like, and we love y'all. Like, y'all like that bougie distant cousin that from the hood, but y'all think y'all better than us just because y'all from the city. But we love y'all either way. Y'all are just intimidated by us because we country and we know we country and we okay with that.
Right.
Like, we got our city ways. But like, we ain't trying to flex on y'all. We trying to tailgate before the game.
Right.
And then go home and raise the kids. Like, we don't care about the extra stuff, but, love them down either way. Shout out to Detroit.
Shout out to Detroit. So you graduate high school, and then you
moved to New York. I went straight to New York.
How was that jump?
It was a culture shock because the biggest city I had ever visited was Detroit. Like, that was the biggest city I had ever really visited. It was outside of Ohio, Cincinnati, Cincinnati, Cleveland or whatever. And I actually took the Greyhound when I went to college. Like, my mom couldn't drop me off. So I actually took the Greyhound up there with all my stuff. And I was 18 and I didn't really know my way. I had only visited one time for my college tour and the when you just go and just kind of look at campus and stuff. I just got on the Greyhound and kind of called my mom when I got there. Like, I made it. And I moved myself in and I met people. I've never been... One thing about me is I'm very brave. Like, I'm not really afraid of much.
Yeah, you gotta be to make that kind of jump.
And I like challenging myself a little too much, actually, sometimes. Sometimes I make things a challenge that don't have to be. But I kind of like the fact of going somewhere and just meeting people and experiencing something for the first time. Even if I don't like it, I can always go home.
I read in an interview you did in the past, they weren't really support. They didn't want you to make that. Your family didn't want you to make that move to New York. Yeah,
my mom felt... Well, I wanted to go to L.A. off top, and my mom was like, California is way too far.
Right.
So I was like, okay, well, there's a performing arts school called AMDA that I wanted to go to. They had one in L.A., one in New York. So she was like, well, New York is closer. If you get in, then you can go. So she took me to Columbus to the audition. It was at a hotel, and I went. I auditioned. They loved me. I sang Ave Maria, which I can't even sing that high no more, but but I sang Ave Maria, okay, killed it, to let them know, I'm classically trained.
Right.
And, a couple months later, they called me and they were like, we love you, you're accepted. So I was like, all right, I'm going to New York. And my mom was kind of she wasn't mad about it, but it was a little bit my mom had me at 15. So it's always been us,
right.
I have two other sisters, so she just really wanted me to be careful and set a good example and not bite off more than I can chew. And also she didn't really want me to struggle. The whole story of the starving artist, she didn't want me to have to go through that.
Which is understandable.
Especially in a city like New York. Yeah. She was terrified for me. So she didn't really... she did support it because she wanted me to be happy, but she was kind of worried for sure.
So you just put me on game. So those type of schools, I always wonder how people get into those type of schools. So they actually do auditions in different cities.
Yeah.
Because they know a lot of people can't just come to New York and just do it. So you did all that yourself. You researched that school. You picked that school out yourself.
Yeah, I actually had like one of the best things about moving to Detroit was I joined a youth theater called Mosaic.
Okay.
Mosaic Youth Theater of Detroit, and they are like world renowned. Like they actually travel all over the world and stuff like that. They help children who want to pursue like creative careers, whether it be in like set production, anything like that. They kind of take you and like train you up and things like that, and they teach you like how to read music, how to audition for colleges, all that stuff. And we took a tour, and I actually had one of my mentors there recommend the school. He kind of was like, have you I know you're into like musical theater. Have you ever thought about this program? He was like, they don't have a degree program yet, but they will. So let your parents know that. And, they have auditions that are coming up if you're interested. And I was. So, yeah, that's kind of how I found out about it.
That's dope.
Yeah.
A lot of like people in the industry, when you kind of like find out, they all go to those type of schools. It's like not like no normal type of school. Even like a Tupac, he went to like a performing arts school, like
because it's different. Like regular community colleges and regular like universities, they have these programs, but you still have to audition. Like even if you go to YSU, you still have to audition for the drama program, right? But in these types of programs, you don't take regular classes. So you don't take English or literature, you don't take math, you don't take things like that. You really study like the art of what you're doing, and it's like an intensive, and you really focus on it and hone in on your craft, and like you learn different techniques, and you
that's
learn.
smart.
Yeah. So
like,
I've always known what I wanted to do. So it was kind of like, all right, I'm gonna just do that. I'm not about to waste money on college for a degree I'm not gonna use.
Yeah,
I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I don't want to work in a cubicle, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
I just always knew that I wanted to perform and tell stories. So that's what I knew I was gonna do.
And it's crazy that you even have to like, when you go to college for something, and now I know what I went to college for, but I know I ended up taking a class about geography.
Like for what?
Like for what? Like, I didn't care about
GPS.
It's because they have a curriculum. Like it don't make no sense.
I don't give a fuck about the plates and the earthquakes. I don't care how that happens. Like it's so a waste of time. So I think I don't know if that's like known as much as. Because I know when I went to school, I didn't know nothing about stuff like that. I don't know if that's as known. Is that as known that you can do something like that?
I don't think so. I don't think it's out there how it should be out there.
Yeah, I think that needs to be out there more, especially in our.
Well, I'm somebody. I feel like sometimes certain things are gatekept, but I think if you ask the right question, I think sometimes some people want. They don't necessarily want the handout, but they want to be where you are, and they don't necessarily know the work that it takes to get there. So when they come to you, they don't ask the right questions. They're trying to see like how did you get where you at now? And it's like, I know I look young, but I've been doing this for almost 15 years. Like I've been doing this since I was 18 years old. I'm about to be 34. Like this is not a game. I dedicated my life to this.
No, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes it's just the right questions and knowing what to do. And sometimes, the information is there. You have to seek it or just vocalize if that's something that you're interested in. And like my mentor did in high school, they'll recommend things to you and be like, hey, you might be interested in this,
So you get to New York, you get off the bus.
The Greyhound, child.
The Greyhound. And are you like, wow, like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's New York. Like I've been in New York, and I ain't gonna lie, it's like a shock almost.
I was very much like wow, but I just had like I was like okay, I gotta get all my stuff to my dorm. So like let me get a cab and then negotiate with him. I just knew like negotiate. That was all my mom kept saying when I came to New York. She was like in big cities they always try to scam you, especially if they know you're not from there.
Right.
She was like so always negotiate. She was like, all right. So I was like, all right. So she kind of taught me how to negotiate. I already knew how to kind of do it, from my own little hustles as a kid, braiding hair and shit, babysitting and shit. And then, I just was like hustling, like I ain't paying $40 for you to take me right here. I know that MapQuest says that it's only MapQuest. We didn't have because I had a flip phone, a Razor. I still got the pictures. I had a Razor flip phone. We didn't have no GPS. So I had already printed out I said, look, MapQuest said. This is a 10-minute drive. I'm not paying $40 for that, sir. Listen, I'm from Youngstown. I'm from the East Side. Don't play with me. He's like, but that's the price. The price is the price. Like, sir. Get out of here.
Oh no, I wouldn't survive because
I'm cracking up.
Yeah,
I'm just like, okay.
You gotta like.
I just want to get to I just want to get home.
Yeah, I just want to
So I'm
get
like,
there.
okay.
I just want to get there.
I don't know. Like I always felt like, okay, this about to be my turn to be like the movie Home Alone. So I came, and I'm the oldest of 4 kids. So like I've always been a little bit more mature, right? So I just felt like I can't let these people know that like I'm a kid and I'm out here by myself.
Right, that's it.
So I just, was kind of just like head on swivel. I'm from the city. I ain't stupid now.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? I'm from the east side. Like I just survived some shit. Listen, we done been shot at.
Okay.
House been shot up.
So what was your early? So you're in the school. Did you get a break while you were in school, or did you see like your other classmates getting breaks while they were in school? Breaks like in like roles and different things like that.
So there's actually a guy who's like really famous now. His name is Anthony Ramos.
Okay.
He actually came in the year after me. He was in the new Transformers. He also was in She's Gotta Have It. He's done a bunch of things. He was in Hamilton. He actually won a Tony Award for that. But like when he actually got Damn Yankees, which is like a really old famous Broadway play musical, he got that while we were still at AMDA. He ended up not finishing. I ended up not finishing either. I didn't graduate.
Wow.
Yeah, but I mean, it still worked out for me.
Right,
Yeah, it still worked out.
I actually have seen him before. I've seen him in Transformers.
Exactly, yeah.
And it was something else I seen him in.
Yeah, so he was one of the people that actually kind of broke while we were still studying. And he left, he did the tour, and then he came back and finished.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
did that give you a lot of motivation to people there? Like
It did, but the motivation was all around me for one, and then for two, the motivation was the vision that God had given me. Like God had given me a vision, and it was very like particular to me. So even if I was looking around me, and this was before social media, I want to say this.
Right.
Because social media was not a thing when I went to school, you know what I mean? Facebook was kind of, but it wasn't even that big at the time, you know? So yeah, like I was just really focused on like, I didn't come here to play. Like I gotta go home with something. I'm not, coming here to make friends and like kick it with y'all. Like, respectfully, all love, but I gotta work in the morning.
That makes sense. So what was your big break?
I don't really feel like I've had my big break just yet.
No,
not at all.
What was your first because I know you did music videos a little while.
Yes, I did. Damn. That was a long time ago. You bringing up old shit.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere. I mean, like, how was that? Was that like your first kind of like
so my
industry?
So my introduction to the industry was yes, it was definitely modeling. I did the Vixen thing. I tried to do the Vixen thing a little bit. They didn't really take me seriously. Like they were like, she's cute and she's sexy, but in like an adorable, like innocent girl next door kind of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she's a cool, like cute. You know, like they was like, girl, bye. Like I wasn't like voluptuous enough, I guess. They was like, But I really wanted to do King Magazine. That's when King Magazine and like Double XL and Black Men Mag and all that stuff. That was like really big at the time. So I like started modeling. I was in Detroit or whatever, and I was modeling, and I did a campaign on Twitter. And it was like Naté for King Magazine. I was trying to petition all my people.
That.
I was posting all my modeling pictures, and I was trying to get all my people to like retweet it and tag Sean Malcolm, who was the editor-in-chief of King. And he seen it. He didn't say nothing. They never responded. So one day I actually went to an open call he had, right? So I told him, I said, I'm coming, so just put me on the list. I didn't know how I was getting in, right? So I get off work. At the time, I'm working at a Starbucks in a JP Morgan. So I got my outfit with me, because I'm not playing. This is how gutter I used to be. I will show up. I'm from the East, I will show up. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I put on my little outfit. All my friends like, co-worker friends, they like, okay, girl, I see you. I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm about to go fuck him up. I wasn't doing shit. So I had on like a little tube top and like some jeans. It was not giving Vixen. It was giving like, girl, bye. So I get there, they let me in, they let me up. He comes out, he sees me. I'm all excited. He like, hey, Naté, I'm gonna save you for last. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm hyped. Because I'm like, he's saving the best for last. So I ain't say nothing, mind you, the girls with the BBLs is coming in. They coming in and they dress like strippers. So I'm in there like, oh shit, like was I supposed to dress like that? Like I didn't, whatever.
You were overdressed.
I think I was. I don't know, but so like they leave, I come in or whatever. I'm like, okay, so like these are the outfits that I have, you know. So he's like, actually, sit down. So I'm like, okay, that's easy. He want to talk. I can do that. So he like start asking me different questions, like, you know, like where you from, da da da. So we sat there for an hour, and then like he just kind of asked me about myself, what I wanted to do, what I was in school for, what I came to New York for, and then as he closing up his studio, he's like, come on, like I'm gonna walk you out. I'm like, all right. So he tells me, he was like, you know, this isn't you. He was like, I like you. I like your personality. And like, this isn't you. He was like, I think you would be an amazing actress, and I think you should focus on that. And I was like, he was like, you're better than this. Like, I can see, he was like, I just talked to 250 women almost, and you had the best personality out of all of them. And I was like, damn. And in that moment, it made me realize like, it's really not, none of this matters. Like, yeah, I'm pretty and that's like the cherry on top. Okay, whatever the fuck. But like, I have something. I have something more. And that was kind of like my first time being like, you know what? I think I want to like go deeper into like the industry. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was like my introduction to it, was like modeling and videos and stuff like that.
That's dope.
What artist videos did you do?
I did 2 of Meek Mill's videos, acting up. Okay. And the one he had with Wale. And there's a lot of bad bitches in the building. Oh, yeah. Okay. A lot of real niggas. What's that song? Oh, yeah. It was Drake was on it. It was like his first song with Drake. Church. Yes, I did Church. That was actually my first video getting flowed out. Whatever flowed out. I was like, oh, this is nice. They didn't even fly me out. They really just had a black truck come and pick us up. But they paid us $1,000 and shit. I was like, this is nice. I didn't even know I could do this.
That's lit.
It was nice. Yeah.
Was other females hating?
I didn't tell them I got paid. I never ever talk about.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like, period. You know, just hating.
Oh no, they went. They didn't know. They didn't know. Okay. It wasn't their business. I don't know how they got there, but I was there. They had little food caterers set out for this and shit. I was like, I got a little dressing room. I was like, this is nice. Hey, me, thank you.
But you knew off rip like you ain't want to do that. Like
I knew because it wasn't sustainable, and it was like a cap on it. A lot of those girls was in there trying to get picked. They were trying to get chose, and like I didn't care. I was really there to like meet some of the people to see who produced this music video. Right. Like where are the producers? That's who I want to talk to.
Right.
Who's the DP? That's who I want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Do you do TV shows? Like that's do you do short films or something? That's who I want to. So I didn't care about. Meek Mill was cool though, but I didn't care.
You was in a different type.
I didn't care that he was there because I didn't. That's not my thing. I'm not looking for clout.
So you bypass the music videos. The King God told you need to get the acting. Yeah. Is that when you just like, all right, I'm about to really just focus on acting?
So I started doing plays in the city, like off Broadway.
Because you're in a place to do it. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Is it hard to get on a play?
You have to audition for them like anything else. And acting live, doing anything live is hard. Hard, so it's not, I wouldn't say it's easy, but if you looking for something, you can find it. Right. So yeah, no, I don't think it's hard.
So you done have you done a movie yet?
I have. I did a movie. It's actually on Amazon Prime with Jack Thriller. This was like 7 years ago. Okay. So old.
So my question, it's
not even that good, but
my question with that was, what's harder to act? Like, is to plays, TV show, or movie? Like, what's hard? Like, rank them.
Ooh, I think plays are probably the hardest
because there's no like redo.
Because there's no redo, and the preparation is so rigorous. Like, you are in rehearsals for months. You have props, you got costumes, and don't let it be something that's like a period piece or where you got to wear something cultural, because then you have to practice with your costume on. Like, you got to learn blocking. Like one time I did a musical and it was like we had to dance and sing and move. And it was like the chorus was going through each other. It was a lot. If you don't, hit your mark, you can run into somebody and injure them, So, yeah, I think, like you said, there's no redos, there's no edits, there's no, if you sing it and your voice cracks, maybe get some water, like that's it, So yeah, definitly plays, and I think TV is second hardest.
Okay.
Yeah, movies usually take a little bit of more. They take their time.
Yeah. A
lot more. Yeah, TV it moves fast because we got money. It's we got to keep going.
Get in and out. Yeah.
We have to film all of this today.
So would you put? It's a lot of respect of like with Tyler Perry and his plays.
Yeah, like a lot of people talk shit about Tyler Perry's productions, but they don't understand like a lot of that stuff they do in like one day. Like they don't even do like 2 takes of a lot of stuff. They'll just do 1 take. Like he really operates his productions kind of like how the plays are. Like you better be off book. If you're not off book and you don't know your lines, oh baby, he will replace you same day.
Right.
And like people, like I said, they talk shit about him, but like what he did for Black people in the industry, especially for actors, is he cut out the middleman for us. So like we get all of our money. He's paying these actors like good money, and there's no constant negotiation for a week back and forth like how some of these other productions do. Like where we really have to fight for what we know we worth. Like, I got a fucking SAG award. I'm not about to sit here and argue with you about paying me what I know you have.
Right.
Pay this Black woman, or we gonna stay on this strike.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get to there. I don't want to jump into that just yet.
That was saucy.
So,
Just saying.
I don't know how early this was in your acting career, but when was Hood Love filmed?
Hood Love was filmed right after Snowfall. I met Minx 2019, probably August.
Okay.
Like July, August, like at the end of the summer. He saw Snowfall when it premiered, and he had already had an idea where he wanted to do like a love story and do like a parody, but he couldn't find like the right girl. He was like, I want a real actress, but I want her to be good at improv and like sketch comedy or whatever, and I want her to be like ghetto as fuck.
Man,
and he basically saw me. He saw Sean on Snowfall, and he was like, yo, that's her. That's her. So he basically DM'd me and at first I was like, I don't do that. Yeah. I don't do Instagram skits. I'm a real actress. No shade.
Right.
But I don't do Instagram skits. I'm a real actress. I studied Shakespeare, bitch.
Right. Okay. Right.
I paid all that money to go to school. Like, I'm not about to waste it on Instagram skits. The fuck? No. But he basically was like, look, you got total control. It's only going to be me and you. And like, I didn't have followers at the time because I didn't care. Right. I didn't care about the clout. So he was like, I can help you like grow your followers. And I was like, whatever. I just like the idea.
It got a lot of views. Like,
yeah, we went by. It's probably like over 2.8 million views right now on YouTube. It's still going. Like people,
because I'm gonna be honest. I was super late.
Oh, you was late?
I've really just seen it. I didn't know about it, before, and that's why I didn't know when you did it because I had just seen it. And when you broke into that car, and then you was like,
"Oh, I seen that one."
You was breaking in the car, and he came and broke into it.
And I shut the shit back.
And you shut the shit back. Lost it. I lost it. I be
doing shit like that in real life because I want to do it myself.
You was like, I gotta learn myself, and
yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That Hood Love. It just dawned on me.
I'm a comment reader too. Avid comment reader. I got a lot of good comments. A lot of people like, oh, that's a real couple. Like they really together. Like you know what I'm saying?
We have really good chemistry. Like that's my nigga. Like, and he's a real LA dude. He's like from Watts, I think.
Okay.
So he's like a real LA dude, and he actually thought I was from LA. A lot of people think I'm from LA. I'm like, no, y'all are distant cousins for real. But I'm like, y'all.
Ohio and LA. I do feel like
Detroit too. Like for some reason, the Midwest and the West Coast, we have a lot in common. The Black Cowboys, the indigenous culture, like all of that. It's all like very embedded in us, so we can't help it. Yeah. But
okay, so let's. My timetable was a little off.
Yeah, but we good.
But we good.
Yeah, I mean, we still on the same.
Snowfall.
Yeah, so we're getting the Snowfall back. So
yes.
you get what was that phone call to get the Snowfall? And let me ask you this before you get to that. You did something. Was the director related to John?
What director?
That you did something with, but previously? No.
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
Because I seen the last name on like something that you had did.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, same process I had to audition and all that. It's funny because when I originally read the script, I was like, I'm gonna get this. Like I knew. I just knew because I was like, this is like a version of who I was when I was living on the east side of Youngstown, Ohio. I'm like, this me. I ain't even gonna try to, And yeah, like when they called me and told me that I got it, like I was so excited because I love John's work. Poetic Justice, like one of my favorites. Boys in the Hood, all that. So I was just like super excited. I didn't think he was gonna be there because I'm like, he's a super major director in Hollywood. So I didn't think he was gonna be on set every day. This man was on set every single day.
Wow.
Like shaking hands, talking to us, popping shit. Like, what the fuck is those? Why they do that to your hair today? Like, talking shit like, now that looked like the 80s for sure. Like, he was like a real OG and like everybody on set respected him and, loved him so much and very appreciative of, because he saw, this was the first person in Hollywood to tell me to my face, you're a star. Like literally a week before he had his stroke where that actually killed him. We had a table read for episode 307. That was the one where I was spitting the sunflower seeds. Uh-huh. No, actually that was the one where I beat up the daughter, Mel.
Okay. Yeah,
it was that episode. So we had already filmed it on Friday. He wasn't there. He had something to do. So Monday we had the table read. So we come in. They had me sitting right next to him. He's at the head, like where he's at, and I'm sitting like where you at. So I'm like sweating, like oh my God, they got me sitting next to John. And mind you, it's always like almost 50 people at these table reads because they have producers, light people, crew, whatever. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they got me sitting right next to him. So he comes in, he get this German chocolate cake, which he used to always eat. And he was like, yo, you the shit. And I was like, me? He was like, I watched her all days. And your all days are like the raw footage of like, the filming. He was like, I watched her all days today. And like, you was really whooping ass. Like, he was like, it almost looked real. Like, I had to ask if they had like a stunt person in for you because you really cocked back. And I was like, yeah, I've had some practice in my day. So then he kind of started asking me like, like, where you from? How long have you been acting? Things like that. And I was just like, I come from theater, whatever. He was like, you know who you remind me of? And I was like, who? He was like, Taraji. He was like, you remind me. He was like, that's like my little sister. He was like, you remind me of her when I first met her. When I first met her for Baby Boy. Like, yeah.
Damn,
he was like,
that's a compliment.
And he looked me in my eyes. He was like, you're going to be a star. I can see it. He was like, I know it.
Boy,
and I was like,
I want to say I would cry.
I would cry. Okay?
I did, but I didn't. It took me, like, have you ever been so happy or joyous or just honored by something that, like, it don't hit you till later?
Yeah.
It was one of those. Like, I had to, like, decompress for a second and was like, yo, John. Like, I was telling the story back to my mama. Because she was like, how did the table read go? I was like, girl. John told me I'm a star today. She was like, for real? I was like, I know I'm on the right path now, Mom. I just know it. Yeah. Girl. Aww. And then it was like literally like right after that, we were about to film like our last, like third to last episode, and then he ended up having a stroke, and then like a week and a half later he ended up passing. So I was just very grateful to like have that moment, So
I got a couple of questions from that. So my first question is the table reads like are like other actors there? Like
of course, all the actors that are.
Oh, okay, all of them are around.
So all the actors that are in the episode are there. Okay. Even if it's somebody with one line, or sometimes they won't have the person with one line come in because they got to pay you for the table read.
Oh, okay.
Period.
So sometimes they may not have a one liner come in. Sometimes they may if they really like them, But yeah, everybody's there. Like hair makeup people too, because it's their first look at you besides them seeing you on film.
Oh, so they need
like
to
for
see
your
what they're
audition.
gonna do with you.
Yeah, so when you actually show up, that's their first time like getting a look at like who you are.
What they gotta work with, like.
Exactly. So so it's a cool experience. You get to meet all your coworkers for the first time.
And my second question is, you spoke on how he passed away and everything. How was continuing the show with him passing away? Like, how was the set after that? I know it had to be rough.
So I only had one more episode to film after he passed. And it was like, even thinking about it is giving me anxiety because like we didn't really know what was going to happen. We didn't know if they were going to quit the show altogether. We were going to have another season. So like, it was like very confusing. You know, they were trying to give people time to grieve and stuff, especially like Damson and people that were really close to him. Isaiah as well, who played Leon. So it was very hard. And then like, you know, the legalities of it, like who was going to continue to be EP. So it was hard, you know, and then I actually wasn't, I didn't have the privilege to do the next seasons after that, but they carried it. You know, they carried the story, and yeah, I think they definitely did a good job at like continuing the legacy.
Yeah. So what was how was the other actors and like how was Damson?
What was Franklin like? Yeah.
Like, how was
He's
Franklin
cool. Yeah, like Damson is cooler than the other side of the pillow. He a Virgo, so he real chill. He's like a perfectionist in a way.
Leon and all them.
Yeah, like they're all very professional. They're all like very profound actors. Like I'm very honored to be able to, you know, have worked with them because he's somebody that take his craft extremely seriously. Like he do not play. The dialects, all of that. Like he know how to switch on and off real good.
When he talked regular, did he talk with his accent? Or
yeah, he talks like when he talks regular and he's Damson, he talks, in his accent. And when he's Franklin, he talks like, yeah. So while he's on set, usually he'll talk his American accent while he's on set. While he's at work, he's just Franklin. But when he's not Franklin, like if we like go out and go do something as like a team, he's Damson and he's like, and we're talking shit. Talk about they eat beans, you know, like we're all mocking him and stuff, you know. But
were you shocked when he started dating Lori?
Shocked?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
They just seem like polar opposites. Like I pictured him like how you describe him, real relaxed and cool. I pictured him like that, not even knowing him, and I'm like, she just so I don't know.
I don't know Lori. I actually don't even like to speak on because I mean it's not my business, you know.
Right,
like if I was dating somebody, it wouldn't be their business. So like I you know, but I've never met Lori. She seems really calm and reserved and like cool.
Maybe it's just social media.
I think in the industry, you know, sometimes people do things for publicity. But I mean, I've never heard anything bad about Lori in the industry or nothing. So I've never met her, but she seems like a sweetheart. She's a Capricorn and he's a Virgo. So they two earth signs. So they probably are very chill, laid back and calm together. And it's not all that. I think like, you know, she's the stepdaughter of Lori Harvey. So, and she is a model and you know, but she doesn't really like do stuff like this. You know, she doesn't have, people don't consider her to be a talent. You know, she's a look and she's a brand as a Harvey.
Right.
You know, and she's branched off her own brand, which I think is very, you know, admirable as a Black woman in Hollywood, period. Whether people want to talk about nepotism or whatever, I can't wait to have my kids use my nepotism.
Man,
that's what the fuck I'm doing it for. You know what I'm saying? So I just, you know, I don't get in people's personal business. I don't give a shit. They look cute together. Good. Good for y'all.
Couple for sure.
Yeah, they look good together.
He
Fuck
ain't
it.
started smiling yet. Like I feel it.
I love that for them. You know, I'm single though, so.
Oh, who's gonna get in? Who's gonna get in
if
that?
there's a celebrity that want to be a power couple,
Celebrity.
Yeah, I seen she threw that in there real quick.
I mean, they could be a local celebrity with money.
Period.
Did you
With
see
money.
Okay, get my heavy
Heavy on the with money side.
emphasis on it.
LA expensive. I'm just saying.
Did you see that ending with Franklin?
I actually haven't watched any of the final. It's 6th season, right? I haven't watched any of it yet. Don't spoil it for me.
Oh, so you didn't even just see it on social media or nothing?
I mean, I seen what happened, but I've been really like not on social media this year for real. Like I've been trying to, since the strike, I've been trying to be present and do stuff like this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so is the strike really, it's affecting everybody, huh?
Oh, hell yeah. We're not working. We're unemployed. Yes, it's affecting everybody.
All right, so break it down a little bit for us that don't know about the strike and what's going on. So I see a lot of shows that's been like, all right, take for instance, like rap shit with Issa Rae. I see that keep getting pushed back, but I guess it's already shot. Mm-hmm. So how is that, like, if it's something already shot, then, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I mean, it can be shot, but being distributed, getting views, getting streams, allowing the AMPTP to make money from it is different.
Okay.
That's why she hasn't released it yet, because if I can't make no money off of it, then y'all can't either. That's why we're on striking, because we get money off of streams, but it's like a very small percentage, and it should be more, especially the people that create it, like the writers. And then like also certain things, like just say if I improv on something, I don't get a writer's credit. I don't get a pay bump for that. That's just something they feel like I did. You know what I mean?
So shit almost.
Yeah. And then like them using like our likeness, for instance, with AI and just artificial intelligence, period. We have like, this industry pays a lot of people. There's people who do background work for a living. You know, they've become union. They have health care because of it, you know. Even people who do hair, makeup, styling, people who do media interviews. It's affecting everybody, because the media people have nothing to talk about. There's nothing new coming out.
Nothing.
I have a show coming out and we can't even talk about it. Why? Because if we talk about it, we're promoting the distribution companies and the production companies that won't pay us. Why would we promote for them for free? We ain't doing shit for free. Slavery is over.
So
flat out.
I don't understand what the argument is. Like, because pay these people.
Basically it's hard to make it fair, because there's a lot of people in the industry who have certain independent contracts with some of these production companies and stuff like that. Like, for instance, Quinta Brunson, who created Abbott Elementary, she's one of those people who had a like overall contract, like a deal basically with Warner Brothers. So that means like you get a first look. So like if any potential new shows or scripts come through there, they're going to pass you first and you're going to get first eyes on that. You know what I'm saying? But in order to be that, you have to be a big name, and they kind of guarantee that like you're going to end up making like a lot of money. But then it trickles down to the people underneath them. So if those people underneath you still don't get paid, then it's like y'all hogging the money. Y'all hogging more of the profits. If we're only getting 3%.
That's a slap in the face. That is a slap in the face.
If we're only getting like 2%,
so
1%.
Are movies affected by this?
All of it.
Because I'm still saying movies come out.
So movies, the contracts for movies are a little different.
Okay.
So the thing with movies are, the writers went on strike May 27th.
Okay.
So all pens had to be down by May 27th. Okay. So anything that was written before May 27th could have still went into production or still like finished production or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, TV shows, we write as we go.
Right.
So we have what they call writers' rooms. So there's no writer rooms if people are on strike.
Oh, this is deep.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving pieces in this industry that people don't understand. Even people that do sound, tech, voiceover stuff, like we was getting paid to do that, but like they have to pay us for a whole day of going in and doing that type of shit. And like, I mean, we make good money, but it's like if the cost of living is going up, why are we getting paid the same thing we was getting paid 14 years ago? It does not make sense.
And they definitely making more money.
Y'all making more money on the back end because y'all are now shopping all the same shows.
From Netflix to
So, for
Peacock.
instance, Ballers, right? A homeboy of mine, Donovan Carter, shout out DC. He actually is on there. He plays, what's the character's name? I forget. Sorry, I'm going blank. But They went from HBO, now they're on Netflix because Netflix bought them because there's no new show. So now they're recycling. That's why you see all these movies are now new on Netflix and new on Prime because they're just recycling the same stuff so y'all can watch it.
Wasn't Easter show on there now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy. Damn, I was supposed to say something.
I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah, the shit goes and like for instance, like if y'all kids are able to get residuals and get money and like opportunities from y'all working 30 years ago, why can't my kids do the same thing? Facts. Atlanta, like they posted all that stuff and they never tagged me in any of it. I'm not tripping because, you know, I had my people, my squad went and lit the comments up, tagged me up, shout out to the gang, you feel me? But like, you know, in their eyes, they're like, who are you? If anything, this is going to make you more popular. They don't look at it as like, yo, she's dope and like she made the episode funny or that was the funniest scene. They don't care about that.
It was the funniest scene on that. They can't hate on it.
But in their mind, they're like, who are you though?
So let's talk about that. So Atlanta was before Abbott.
Atlanta and Abbott were around the same time. They just came out differently because Atlanta, they were nervous that they started filming right after the pandemic, like right when everything opened up. And they were nervous that it was shut back down again, the industry. So what they were doing was they kind of like filmed consecutively. So like they went to Amsterdam, they filmed in Amsterdam, then they came back and they started filming immediately. So like they waited to bring out the episodes accordingly, but we had already filmed that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I didn't know when they were going to release it.
How'd you get that call?
So actually, I worked with some people from FX that were working on Atlanta. I worked with them on Snowfall.
On Snowfall, right.
Yes.
I figured that's how that went.
Yep. So basically, they had the role for London. My manager basically submitted me for it and was like, hey, I think that she would be a good fit for this. If you want her to send in a tape, let me know. So they basically emailed him back and was like, oh, yeah, we actually like Naté. Let's schedule a Zoom audition with her. And I hadn't done a Zoom audition ever. So I was like, oh, this is different. Before we were just taping. Like everything is just taped now. There's no in-person auditions anymore, which I kind of like. But yeah, they had me do the Zoom audition. And then they called me and was like, they love you. You got the part. We're going to fly you to Atlanta. And they flew me to Atlanta.
Because you mentioned that you like the taping. I can see how that could be easier than going in the in-person. Because if you're taping it at your own home,
you can do what you want.
You can do what you want.
I be in costume. I do my hair, makeup. I be having props. Like if they have a character smoking, I will really be smoking. I mean, it'd be weed for me. Right. But I also have like these like herbal cigarettes that are like, it's not tobacco. It's something that we use in theater when we are supposed to be smoking. But they kind of smell weird. But they're not They're not real cigarettes. I use those to tape and everything. But I get in character when I'm at home. What?
Yeah, because you're more comfortable.
What?
Yeah,
I be screaming, crying, all type of shit. Well, I love it.
That role on Atlanta, I actually seen your scene before
in the whole episode.
Before I seen the episode, because I wasn't even on the last season yet. And your scene was going.
It was going viral.
It went viral.
Never went viral. Well, I did, but Hood Love was the first time I went viral for real.
This went viral on TikTok.
Crazy. It's still going.
Yeah, I meant to put that in their group chat out because I don't know if everybody's seen it, but
you don't. Boy, you passed that. He probably sent it to us like
like
on his regular TikTok binge because he's.
Are you a big TikTok? I'm not on TikTok.
Oh, well, he is a.
I gotta get on TikTok.
Now he about to start sending you stuff. Now he about to start sending you stuff.
I gotta get on TikTok.
I have to. You do.
Okay. I'm making a TikTok before I leave the city.
Okay, he will start sending you
Promise.
stuff.
You guys follow me.
And you do you would be real good on TikTok because you do all that.
It's the lip syncing and then the acting.
Not even all that. Not even that part. Like, yeah, that's cool. But you do
when I'm on TikTok, I would want to do I wouldn't even want to be anything acting on there.
That's what I'm saying.
I have plants. I have a ton of plants. I have like 35 plants.
Let's get married. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say that.
I told you.
Not the proposal with no ring. Art. You know me. You know better than to come to a guys without an offering.
Okay. Your aura just from your crib and how you like. You know what I'm saying? That's what TikTok.
Yes, that's what I would do. If I had a TikTok, I would talk about my babies, my plants, and I would talk about like plant care and how to garden and shit. I wouldn't even talk about acting stuff.
You go viral, yeah. And then you be having like your feet and like your legs out and stuff. Then you, like,
I need to make a foot page too on TikTok because my feet go crazy.
You are.
I need to make some money money from these things.
So I said I see you on some websites. I Googled you.
I was on a foot website.
You are on a foot website.
Show me. Oh my God, for real?
Look, he got it in his face.
I didn't save it. I gotta find it again.
Okay, now that I know y'all like that shit, I'm really about to make some money off of it because
Might as well.
Because I was posting them for free just because I be like my pedicure lady, she be doing her thing. So I be like, shout out to you, girl.
Listen.
Art said, actually,
you're already there. You were on a forum.
I seen you.
You were on a forum, and I was like, "That's Naté feet right there." All right.
No, that's really hard win. I want you to know. And he over here trying to act like he can't find it. He went straight to his little star and clicked right on
We
it.
know it's
I should have saved it. Like,
You got it in your history.
Nah, I was
being
on the
selfish.
foot page. Damn.
yeah, you had like a whole little. I was like, wow.
But now I know. I hear y'all.
So were you around a lot of people from Atlanta because you only did the one?
I only worked with Lakeith.
Okay.
I only worked with Lakeith. He's fucking dope. That's my nigga. Shout out to Lakeith. And congratulations on your engagement and new bundle of joy. But Lakeith is like, you know how he always plays these like very like deep, like kind of like edgy, philosophical, kind of like, that's him for real. But he a real nigga though.
Yeah, he is.
Like he is. But he is also like a very conscious, like deep thinker. He's very like, he's a Leo, so he like challenges you too. Like, yeah, like that's my homie. Yeah. We had some really deep conversations in that car.
Yeah.
Between takes.
I seen him. He was on the Shop, LeBron James, and that's the first time I seen him like be a nigga. Like, you know what I mean?
He
Almost
is.
Like, yeah.
He's very pro-black. Very pro-black. I think he's from Oakland or he's from the Bay.
I can't remember where he said he was from.
He's from. I know he's from the Bay, but I'm not sure if he's actually from Oakland. He might be, might not be. But yeah, he's one of those like big power to the people. Like I wouldn't be surprised if like some of his ancestors were like Black Panthers and stuff like that for sure, because he's very knowledgeable. He don't go too deep in it, but like yeah. And I feel like people, because he likes rock, people consider him like an alternative Black guy. But yeah, he's just an artist. He's a Renaissance man, so he's just gonna be different.
They hated him on that.
Judas and the Black Messiah.
Judas
and the Black Messiah.
That's how you know you body a role, when I hate you.
Yeah,
that was
hard.
He actually told me that was because he's like doing a lot of like sobriety stuff. Like we had talked about like smoking and all that stuff. He was like, nah, I stopped. He was like, yeah, actually that role was one of the reasons that like got him to like stop drinking, stop smoking, all of that, because he was like, you know, he just had to go deeper for that character. And I'm sure it was hard to play because parts of him was like, you know, that tug of war. It's like, damn, why would you do that? You know, but you're still playing that character, so you can't even judge. You can't judge the character. You know what I mean?
You gotta be the character.
You gotta be them. You know. So yeah.
I know that had to be tough because I really hated that nigga.
Yeah.
I was mad at that motherfucker. Like he really, you know, like the one cat from, you know, like certain people that act that you hate.
Oh yeah,
you
he
know
was definitely one of them.
He was one of them. Like.
Like how Snoop was in Baby Boy.
Yeah, Snoop. But it's a couple people that you
hated him.
My dude that was paralyzed in the Tyler Perry.
Oh yeah,
Diary. I hated that thing. Every time I see him, I'm like,
he was so abusive, right?
I still have a hard time with what's the dude who dropped the kids out the window? Out the balcony. What movie was that?
That was sad as fuck.
Michael Jackson?
No, that was a Tyler Perry movie. He had the guy with the hazel eyes. He's like,
not in real life.
No, not in real life.
Oh, Michael Ealy?
What's his name?
No, the light skinned dude.
No,
Michael Ealy.
No,
Daddy's Little Girl?
Daddy's Little Girls. No.
Yeah, that was a movie.
Is that the movie?
Because Idris Elba played in that.
No, he's a light skinned dude.
No, he's the
never
light
mind.
skinned girl, light skinned dude with the hazel eyes. He's like a little.
Michael Ealy, right?
I think that is his name. I have a little crush on him.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking
Johnny
at
was
that
right.
right now. Y'all
He was my
tripping.
little crush on him. But when he threw them kids, I was like, I
I
cried.
don't know if Michael Ealy was on here.
I do remember that
He
movie.
got
And I
hazel
only-
eyes. He had like the furry hair, like his
Yeah,
haircut, like
yeah.
a little different. He a little older.
Michael Ealy. Yeah, Michael Ealy.
so that has to
he
be
kind of
him.
slim, but
Yeah.
like built. Yeah, Michael Ealy. And that's him.
That's my little actor crush. If I had an actor crush.
If you had an actor
Before he threw them
crush.
damn kids out the motherfucking window.
that was hard to get over.
So how did you get on Abbott? How did you do Abbott?
Yeah, Abbott, I actually was in a play when I auditioned for Abbott. I had just got off the stage and my manager sent it to me, and the person I was dating at the time, he actually was my ex, but he was like, just film it today. And I was like, nigga, I just got off the stage. He was like, yeah, but this is the life you want, right? Like, that's how it's gonna happen. Like, I was like, you know what? You right. You know, I told you I like a challenge. So I'm like, you know what? You're right. I ain't sleepy. I'm gonna give me a little Red Bull. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I just did it. I didn't even, I wasn't even off book. I didn't know the lines or nothing. I have this thing where sometimes I get attached to the characters or the projects. Like, if I like it a lot, I like really want it. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, sometimes I get too attached to it. So I started doing this thing where I audition, where I only learn the lines right before I tape it. So it's fresh. So whatever emotion I got, and my memory is like really good. I don't know. I smoke weed, but like my memory is like really good. That's all that fucking schooling when I had to learn all that Shakespeare and Art Thou-with and shit. You know, yeah. And I used to stutter real bad. So saying my lines and lyrics out loud really have always helped me, you know? So even now, like when I'm studying my lines, I just, you know, I'll just have somebody read with me. I had an assistant for a while, so I'll just have him read with me, and then I just tape it. So that's what I did. And of course, the character was like a single mom. I ain't got no kids. But I just was like, who do this person kind of remind me of? So I put all the single moms. I know that's a little ratchet. I put them all together and I sprinkled the bad bitch of my mama, because my mama was the bad bitch that was coming to pick me up from school. You remember? And I just put them all together and was like, this is Amber. And then I did it. And yeah, they called me and they offered me the role.
That's
still going on?
Yeah.
That's still going on.
Yeah, we're on a hiatus right now because of the strike. So they haven't announced like the next season or whatever.
Coming. But we know that's coming.
I mean, you know, we just got nominated for some more Emmys. So
y'all did win the award for that. Go ahead.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Art tells me that I act like
Oh my gosh.
I act like the principal from Abbott Elementary. Is that a compliment or should I backhand him?
I mean, what do you think?
I don't know. I haven't really
watched
it too much, and from the few episodes I did see, I'm like, no. But he's just so adamant about it.
Principal.
So Ava is played by Naté Jones, who's amazing. Goodness. She's an amazing comedian. She actually has a stand-up tour going on right now. But so like the dope thing about Janelle is this is actually her first acting job. She had never acted like script and like that before Abbott. She's just fucking funny as shit.
Funny as shit.
Like she's so good naturally with just like her timing and just like I would love to get in. I mean, I don't want to roast you, Janelle, but I will. But if we got to like a roast battle, like she might eat me the fuck up for real because her quickness is so good, and she's from New York, but she's like Caribbean, so like I don't know, and she's beautiful. I like Janelle, and Ava's her character is like really funny and like sassy. So I mean, I don't think it's not a compliment. She's one of the. I mean, and this is like her second time being nominated for an Emmy. So I mean, shit, I would take it as a compliment, right? Okay. She's gorgeous too.
And she roasted kids.
She's funny. That's what I'm saying.
But she had help them. She was like, yeah, I got some pants. Them some how just
and she a bad bitch too. And she a bad bitch too. Now I'm talking about nails, wigs. She be changing it. Yeah. And like on this show, she's dating like a ball player from Philly. So I mean, she that girl for real. I don't know. Okay.
From the horse's mouth. Thank you.
Cool, right?
I mean, she a little loud, but other than that, I don't think it's that bad.
Like Shaq.
I'm loud.
No, when you drunk.
Oh, okay.
You drunk. Just like everybody else. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though.
Okay.
What was I about to say? So you guys won an award for Abbott Elementary.
Actually have won several awards.
Okay.
We won a Golden Globe. Actually, Tyler James, who plays Gregory on the show from Everybody Hates Chris, he actually won the Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy. We won an Emmy for Best Comedy or Best Series, I think, Best Comedic Series. And then Quinta won for Best Lead in a comedy. Then Mrs. Shirley Ralph won for Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy.
She's good.
Then Tyler also won an Emmy for Best Supporting, I think.
So like, how being on that cast, is that like a
Yeah, this was my first. What is it called? It's a name for this type of show. This is my first. I can't think of the name of it. I'm a little buzzed, but it's like when you're on a lot, right? And we have a set. Like normally, like for Snowfall in Atlanta, we shoot on location. Mm-hmm. So like we're shooting in the street, or we may go to like the skating rink and shoot, or we may go to and shoot. But for Abbott, we have a studio. We have our own studio on the Warner Brothers lot. It's the same set every day. The set design, they just change it and stuff. So that's my first. It's like a 9 to 5. Like we come to work at a certain time and we leave by a certain time. And they're very adamant on that because we work with kids. So they're very adamant on like the schedule and like. So this is Abbott is the fastest show I've ever worked on because it's very much like, we're on the lot. So and the lot closes at a certain time. So yeah.
Oh, that's dope, man.
Yeah.
I like the janitor.
Oh, yeah. He actually went from being a guest star like me to getting bumped to being a series regular. So, yeah.
I can see that happening for you, too.
Yeah,
because you started at...
Or me getting a little spinny, a little spin off.
Because you was dating my man.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
It didn't. But that's not how... So, first season, I was only in one episode.
Yeah, you was just the mom. You was just...
So I was only supposed to be in the one episode, but my episode did numbers, and it was like the most watched episode. And they basically was like, "We really like her. Like it was some chemistry there between y'all. Let's bring her back." So they brought me back for season 2.
And I felt like that happened, and I could see that continuing. Yeah.
I hope it does.
Because right now you're dating Vince Staples, supposedly, right?
No. They haven't. No, people have suggested it, but no, they have not written that in the script. Dating him. No, people have suggested that they swap. Amber she said she had a boyfriend. Remember when she came to the carnival, she had her Telfar bag. Yeah. And he said, "Nice bag." She said, "Thank you, my boyfriend," or "Thank you, Rashawn got it for me." And he was like, "Rashawn," and he was like, "We just broke up a week ago."
Dang.
And she was like, "Okay, and."
I want to see that episode.
Okay, and
cut though.
Amber don't care. She's like, "Honey, it didn't work out. No hard feelings. You still cute or whatever."
I like when y'all went to go get y'all nails done, you and him.
Oh yeah.
That was funny, man.
Yeah.
You do your thing for sure.
Yeah, thank you. I try. I try. The Atlanta episode was a little more improv.
I could tell.
Not the lines.
When you took off running, man. I said, this motherfucker is crazy.
You fully embodied the role that day.
It's so crazy.
I was hot as shit too. They had me in that long sleeve. It was hot that day in Atlanta. I was what?
Oh yeah, what it was? It was supposed to be that big ass cup of liquor that you drank.
If it were vodka, would I do this? Like, what do you mean?
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's what
liquor.
If it was vodka, would I? And one man Lakeith was like, "God damn."
A lot of that was improv.
That was really funny.
Like when he had me walk the line, all of that. Like shout out to Hero. Hero is the director and also the executive producer of Atlanta, and he actually directed the episode that got us an Emmy on Atlanta. The one that Cat Williams did.
Yeah, that was
Gator Man. He actually directed that. So his comedic brilliance when it comes to directing comedy is hard. Yeah. Because you got to be funny yourself. And you got to, see it in between the lines. Like, he was letting me play. I loved it. I was like, hell yeah.
Were you able to meet Donald?
No. They were filming the same day as us, but they were somewhere else with, like, Soulja Boy shooting. Okay. So they was somewhere else shooting with Soulja Boy. I was like, damn, Soulja Boy here, too? I see his name on the call sheet. I was like, wait a minute, my name, right? I actually still got the screenshot. With our names on the same call sheet. I said, nobody ever believed this. My name is on the same call sheet as Soulja Boy. Bitch, you don't even know. What? Okay, he's an icon. But yeah, like, it was fun.
So it's like you about to run through. We about to get you on all the FX shows.
I'm just saying. I mean, listen, I'm working on my own script.
Okay,
now.
We're going to talk about that later because I'm going to film it here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing. When I said I'm bringing it to the city, we bringing it to the city. And, like, I know that we can get, like, certain, tax breaks and stuff like that. So we'll talk about it.
Oh,
but
definitely.
for sure.
So we can't talk about the show because I see a show that you about to be on.
Oh, what show is that?
I can say the name of it if it's.
Yeah, what show is this?
The Wood.
Oh, so The Wood, that was a pilot actually. So let me tell you a funny story about The Wood. So The Wood, I actually got it. It was a pilot. It's supposed to be like a continuation kind of.
Okay.
And Showtime was the ones that were gonna do the distribution for us and put it on there. And Showtime only has The Chi, so they don't have any other shows. And I got to work with the original director, Rick Famuyiwa, who also directed Dope.
Okay.
He's actually an LA native, so that was really cool because I got to play an LA girl and it was super dope. But yeah, Omarion was in that. Who else? Vince Staples. There was a couple people
there's some
Karen. She played in White Men Can't Jump. She's also in there. Melvin.
Yeah, Melvin.
Greg.
From TikTok star.
Yes, he's also on there. Vince Staples is always on. Is also on there. But right now, The Wood is actually being shopped around to other distribution companies. So we're trying to see who's gonna want it because maybe Netflix will want it or whatever. But we'll see.
Yes, figure it out.
Yes,
when I see that, that's my favorite movie.
The Wood.
Yeah. So normally I'd be like, why the fuck they're remaking my movie? And but then when
it's not a remake though.
Okay, yeah, it's
not a remake.
So,
it's kind of like what they call a reboot.
Yeah.
But it's more along the lines of like Boomerang. Like how Boomerang. You remember when they brought Boomerang back?
Okay.
It's kind of along the lines of that. It's not necessarily a remake. So I'm not playing like nobody that you know.
I hope that gets picked up. I
hope so too. Either way, I got a really good opportunity from that that I can kind of talk about a little bit. I said Vince Staples worked on there. That's where I met him. He actually has a show coming out called The Vince Staples Show.
I love Vince Staples.
Yes, that is my motherfucking nigga. That's my dog. Yo, I could call him right now, but I ain't gonna flex. But that's when I say that is he's one of my favorite people in the industry. Like, I'm just so glad that I get to call him a friend. Like, truly, that is my guy.
I'll literally go back and just watch his interviews.
Because he's hilarious.
Because he is so fucking funny.
And that's, and let me tell you this. Vince don't smoke. Vince don't drink.
That's just him.
He's a sober mind. That's just him. He trolling motherfuckers.
It seems very natural.
And I love it.
It seems very natural.
I love it because I troll right back with him, and we just go back and forth.
His last album was one of my favorite. I'm gonna send it to you so he can sign it. I got it on
Okay, yeah, let me know. Okay. Now that I know you're a fan.
Oh yeah.
I got you.
Big fan of Vince.
But yeah, so he has a show coming out. It's supposed to be later this year. It probably will get pushed back because of the strike. But he's working with Kenya Barris.
Oh, okay.
So Netflix.
I'm mad they didn't pick up his show for a second season, man.
Which one?
Black as Fuck.
Yeah, Black. Yeah, because he already had Blackish and Mixedish and Grownish and.
Wasn't it called Black as Fuck?
Yes, Black AF. Yeah,
Black AF.
Yeah.
Man, that was one
with
of
Rashida Jones, right?
One of the funniest shows.
Hilarious.
Out there,
and it was. For us,
truly,
but
we didn't like it. A lot of black people did not fuck with that show
because I think it was Black as Fuck, but it was very LA.
It was rich black.
It was
We gotta understand, everybody ain't struggling as black.
Yeah.
You know
and
what I'm saying?
And I think that's also why I like working with Kenya Barris because he doesn't. That's not what he does. He doesn't show black people struggling.
Nah, he don't.
None of his works do that. He don't. He's not in that business. That's other people. Other people make money off of that struggle. That's not his reality. So that's not what he does. He's from LA. He's like even before he was rich, he had money. So it didn't. So it's. It's okay.
Him,
Some black people are used to nice shit.
He a tracksuit wearing.
Yes, and he's cool.
Cool as fuck.
Yo, cool.
I
super
love
cool.
Kenya.
Yeah.
I'll go to
I haven't gotten to meet him in person yet, but we've met through virtually.
Oh, that's dope. That's
yeah.
dope. So that's what you got coming up with
so that's what I have coming up.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to ask you a couple of things more, so not in the acting.
More personal.
field. More personal.
Yeah, let's get personal.
Let's get personal.
I'm already sweating.
Okay. Okay.
Just sip of water.
I see you on your Instagram. You be on your plant stuff, your nice views. You set up on the couch and you set the camera up and you take a nice little picture.
Down, boy. Down.
I take the selfies just like everybody else.
Art takes selfies too.
We all taking the selfies.
I took one selfie.
Art takes selfies.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
Ooh.
Are you a cooker?
I do. I like cooking.
Yeah, you cook.
My favorite thing to cook, soul food. Like my family, like the black side of my family, they're from Alabama. So like my grandmother's recipes, like what is comforting for me. And then like I don't have no family over there, and it's a lot of Mexican food over there, and there's not a lot of soul food over there. So anytime I really want soul food or I want to feel like at home, that's what I'm gonna cook for sure.
Mac and cheese,
some yams, what? And like I don't eat meat anymore, so I'll fry up some catfish. Don't play with me. I fry up some catfish, what? Or a little red snapper, or black snapper. Don't play, okay?
Snapper, okay.
Some greens, but I don't put like smoked turkey neck in my greens no more. So it's just liquid smoke at this point.
Is it red snapper, the fish with the head on it?
Yes.
And you be just eating it with the head on it.
I mean, you eat the middle, you eat the body,
Oh, okay.
and you eat around the bones. Yeah, that's that good fish.
Right.
That's that good fish right there.
Look at
What is he looking at? What is he showing you?
The
plant?
You took that yourself?
What picture?
It looked like you were at home. You were comfortable. You were in the
Oh
kitchen
no,
with some
actually, a
plants.
friend of mine, her name is Jana. Actually, today's her birthday. Happy birthday, Jana.
Happy birthday,
girl.
Jana.
Happy birthday, Jana. Jana Banana. She's a professional dancer. My girl be on tour with Future, Drake, all of them.
Jana.
But she actually has a hobby of film photography. So she actually took those for me, and she was like, how do you want...
Those fire.
Like, what do you want? And I'm really into like tarot and stuff. I'm not gonna talk about it, but I'm really into tarot. And there's an Empress card. And the Empress card, she's very abundant, and she's like pregnant. She has all these plants and growth around her, and it's like prosperity and abundance. And that's what my babies, my plants represent to me. Like my prosperity, my abundance. I got a green thumb. Everything around my favorite color, green. Like prosperity, abundance all around me, and it's always coming to me. So that's what those pictures represent.
Well,
it's just me being like, on my Empress.
Art, okay.
Energy.
You can only like it once.
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
video one.
You can only like it once.
It's him unliking it to re-like it. I don't even know.
Basically, he typing the hell out the picture. Come on, enough.
I'm just saying she watering the
Now
plants
you
right
can
now.
super. What's the super like?
Yeah. Triple, quadruple
Oh, the
tap.
big heart come up. Yeah, I just did that.
Oh, okay.
You bookmark it,
I'm
save
probably
it.
getting all type of. My phone's on D&D, but I'm probably getting all type
Girl,
of.
leave it on, please. Because
Send it to his own
I'm
DM.
about to take your phone.
I'm done.
He got a whole
I'm done.
collaborative folder.
Yeah. He ODing over here.
I'm flattered. Oh,
Jeez,
It's okay. Art.
like he's known me for years,
Right,
so it's
forever.
like I don't know. It's like
But you said you were single.
Girl.
Right?
I am single. Yes.
Okay. What's the perfect date night?
For me,
Yeah, like the
okay.
guy-
So the perfect date night for me is a night in. I want us to cook together. I want us to like listen to some good ass music, preferably some R&B, some new shit. Yeah. Little Brent Faiyaz, a little, what I'm saying, Don Tolliver, you know what I'm saying? Weed on deck. Papers, no blunts, please. Papers, no blunts. Get the ring. No blunts.
In the ring.
No blunts.
No
No
my
blunts. Papers
goodness.
only. Papers
Papers
only.
only.
With the filter, the tips, please. What else? Wait, let me finish.
Flip one of them cards over and see what they say.
Wait. What else? Music, food, because I love to eat.
That's me, Joe.
What else?
All day.
Like,
I had a vinyl playing for you.
I like games and shit, but like conversational games. Yeah. So like those card games that like have you, you know, spark up conversations and shit. Like words is like my love language. Like I love talking, you know. So I love a good deep conversation. We gotta have a game night.
Would you play Carisha's?
Oh, that's a little. I mean, I would play, but I don't drink, so I can't drink, so it's not gonna be that fun. But I'm really good at telling stories and shit. So like, yeah, I might.
She don't drink.
I don't.
Oh my god.
Either.
Oh, you yesterday. Goodness.
Talking about don't drink.
Also,
yesterday.
Like, to end the date night though, a bubble bath.
Together.
Yes.
That's where you jump off the boat.
You ain't gotta say nothing. I was gonna say blood. You ain't even gotta say nothing, blood. Just test the water for it.
Disqualified.
Put the pedals.
How big is
or you can run a bath for me, or you can run a bath for me.
How big is your bathtub? Yeah, there you go. I'll run it. You know what I'm saying?
Run a bath for me.
Go to the
that's cool.
Go to the stove.
I don't know. I'm a homebody, so like,
you gonna take one of your plants, put them by the bath.
I also like the arcade though, like a good like Dave and Buster's or something that got like bowling. Because I like to be like, I'll whip your ass in this
competitive.
Okay, let's bet. If I beat you. You gotta give me a booty rub. You know what I'm saying? Like that type of shit. Yep. So like an arcade will also be like a really good night. But as long as we eat, it's some weed, and we talking and like laughing and shit, that's fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like, yeah.
That's good.
All right.
How long you gonna be here?
Oh my god!
Hey.
Anyway though.
I told you don't start.
I love this song. It's my shit.
Oh man, that's funny. So has like we talked about this like a couple weeks ago. What's the success rate in your DMs? Because I know you get DMs. I know you get DMs from,
It depends on who's DMing me.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually went on 2 dates with 2 guys actually not recently, but this year.
Okay.
That slid in my DMs. So I mean, but they were like
2%.
Yeah.
They were. Yeah. One was like a football player. The other one was like somebody else that works in the industry. Yeah. So it was a little, yeah.
And nothing from neither one of them?
Nothing like what?
Like, are y'all still cool or?
Oh yeah. I'm dating. Okay. When I say I'm dating, I let them know that I have options. Mm-hmm. You are not the only person. So if you don't want to put forth any effort, or if you don't really like, I'm not playing no games. Okay. But I want you to know that like I know my worth.
Right.
And if you don't treat me like how you supposed to, another man will. Mm-hmm. So I let you. I'm out right now. And if it's on D&D, they don't know what I'm doing. They don't know. And I like to make their mind wonder, like they like to make our eyes wonder. Because I know, I'm gonna get you now because I know later you're gonna get me. So it's like I might as well get mine off while we, I might as well get mine off while I can, because once I'm in love, it's downhill from there. Right. So fuck it.
I'm not mad at that.
I hate it when they know their worth.
Y'all always do. Y'all always do.
Damn it, she knows her worth.
Exactly. They always do. Hey, you know your worth. Shit. Like fresh flowers and shit.
What's been your favorite role so far?
Ooh, my favorite role?
Out of all of them, I'm talking
Damn.
Good Love, Abbott, Atlanta, Snowfall.
I don't know if I have a favorite role, because I have a favorite thing about each character that I play.
Okay.
Or I have a favorite experience from like the set or who I met, so that's really hard. I feel like once I write my project, my baby, that's gonna be like my favorite. You know what I mean? But I don't know. London was fun. Amber is also fun, but I don't know. I don't have a fave.
And what about geographically? Where did you have the most fun at, like, shooting?
That's a good question.
Ooh. Yeah, probably Atlanta.
Yeah, it was lit.
Yeah, because they flew me out and like put me up in a nice hotel. Jada Kiss was in my hotel, and I actually know some of his people, and we've met before in New York when I used to do radio a long time ago. So he kind of already knew who I was, and I was like, oh shit, hey, we in the same hotel. He was filming the Queens show that Brandy was on and Eve when they was rapping. You know the show I'm talking about?
I think so.
Rap was it Rap
I think
Queens?
it was Rap Queens.
Something, or Queens of something. But yeah, he was filming an episode of that, and I was filming in Atlanta. They had us in the same hotel. But it was really fun because like we were in the middle of like the hood, for real, filming. Like on a back street. And like the cops were there and they was like, we don't give a shit. Like, you know, they didn't care who Lakeith was. They was just like, hurry up so we can open the street up. But yeah, like, and in Atlanta, they, you know, they're new to us shooting and having, you know, like in LA, we're used to coming outside and seeing like the trailers and the tents and, you know, the cameras and the lights and stuff. But in Atlanta, they're not used to that. So they're like, what's going on? Did somebody die? Is that the news? And we like, no, we just shooting. They're like, what y'all shooting?
Shoot what?
Right, they're like, a music video.
So
It's little baby over there.
You shot in L.A., Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Where else? Where are some other places you shot? Where that's pretty much it?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Oh,
that's
okay.
pretty much it. Yeah, like we shoot on location. Like Snowfall is shot in L.A. too, but it's shot on location. So we shoot in the hood.
In the neighborhoods and stuff
like
like
in
that.
like in the
And
actual
you
projects.
said Abbott
and
is
stuff.
actually in the studio in
Yeah,
LA.
Abbott, yep. So there's been some episodes where they'll shoot on location. There was one episode, the conference episode, where they ended up kissing. That was filmed in Philly.
Oh,
so they
okay.
actually flew them to Philly for that one.
Wow, they had to go all the way to Philly to do
Yeah,
that.
I think that's kind of cool because, you know.
Yeah, it's cool. It's just, I just would think they could find somewhere on the West Coast.
I mean, they could, but why not? They definitely could makeshift it, but why not? Why not take the whole team?
So you never filmed in New York yet?
I filmed in New York, but not like background stuff. Like I did a featured thing on like Blue Bloods years ago. So I've been on sets, but like doing background work and stuff like that. So, I mean, I've been on sets in New York, but they weren't my favorite because I wasn't in front of the camera. Like I'm in the back. Yeah.
We did, we interviewed Josh Triplett and his daughter. You know?
Yes, Jaden, right?
Yeah, Jaden.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's good like both you guys are out there tearing it up.
Killing it.
I'm so proud of them. She's such a star. You know, it's so natural for her. And it's good that he got her into it like really young because, like I said, this industry takes a lot of training. Mm-hmm. It takes even media training, stuff like that, and like knowing how to behave when cameras are in front of you, not just when you're on the set, but, you know, anytime. You know, even when you're out to eat and someone's like, oh my gosh, you're such and such from Atlanta. Can I have a picture with you?
That's hard.
Like knowing how to like even respond to people who are like fans or people who may be, you know, a fan, but they like want to ask me out or might be attracted to me. It's like, are you a fan or like, cause I had that happen too. A guy slid in my DMs and like this whole time, like he was somebody, of course, more successful, but he ended up being like a fan. He like saw me on Abbott and he was just like, I mean, it was dope, but he was like kind of like an asshole. So it was like not dope. Because it was like, nigga, I should have kept your stupid ass a fan. Oh, no. But it was nice though.
You like the red carpets and all that? You've done a lot of that yet? I know you did it for Abbott, right?
No, we actually didn't do any carpets for Abbott. We had like a rap party for Abbott, but like they usually, I mean, the main cast is so big that they just take them. But I mean, the red carpets are cool. I mean, it's something that you have to do, especially if there's going to be cameras there because you want to get Getty images going and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's work. It's work. It's like a networking event for us. Yeah.
What?
Did your computer die?
No, why is yours dying?
No, I'm good. I asked about the DMs. What was your first big purchase with the TV check?
Rent. Rent. I cashed out on like 3 months. I was hype as shit. I said, you know, actually it was rent and then I bought inventory for my business.
Okay.
So them was the top two, and after that I was like,
smart purchases.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. It ain't no. It's high as fuck to live in LA.
Keep saying that. I'm scared.
Taxes are 30%.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Like
it's not a game.
like
sis.
a bag of chips is instead of $1, it's $1.30.
Might be $2. Might be $2.50.
Oh, no.
Depending on if you get it from a small bodega and you use your credit card, they're gonna add the extra fee.
That's
crazy.
I was just telling somebody, like, me and my grandfather, I might have said it on the show. We went out to dinner and I got a steak with in a Coke, and the Coke was like $3, and I was like, what the fuck? Like,
Say that again.
Like,
say $3 again.
$3.
No, say it the way you said it the first time.
It was $3. I don't know.
Never mind. You ain't say. You had the Youngstown accent when you said $3. It was like how you said it. It was so Youngstown. Like I missed that shit. Like how y'all say my mom. Like all that shit. I miss it because I just spent all this time in New York and studying all these dialects. I come home, I'm like, damn, we really are a country, and I love it. I love how Midwestern.
That's crazy because I don't hear it.
I love how we're so Midwestern.
When they're like country, I'm like, what you mean?
We're
like,
so Midwestern. Like, I don't know if some of us even have, because sometimes the LA accent even sounds like the Midwest accent sometimes. It's like kind of Western, but country, but like proper. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, so when he said $3, like how he went dollars, that's such a Midwest Ohio thing that like
we don't even know.
Y'all don't even realize that y'all do that. Like, you know. But that was cool. That was nostalgic.
So you said you're on the market. What's your type for all the listeners out there that might...
I like provider men.
Okay.
I like provider men who, you know, take care of me financially, spiritually, emotionally. You got to be emotionally available. You got to be single. You got to be monogamous.
Art's taking notes. I just want you to
faithful.
know.
You got to be, you know, a good listener because mama can talk. You gotta like love to feed me and like just want to love me and like protect me.
For all y'all that out there, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Just in
it.
case y'all wanted to dive in the DM.
Don't dive in my DM. I'm about to turn them off. I'm about to turn them off tonight.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all know if you live in Ohio, you better just stay out of this one. You got no
Unless
chance.
you got money to fly back and forth or fly me back and forth. Because I am looking at property out here now. I'm trying to build the block. So
Yeah, there you go.
buy the block.
That's what's up.
So yeah.
Dream co-star. I can make this one easier. So if you had your show, like if you have a show, you're
somebody that I want to like work
who
with.
is your TV husband?
TV husband?
Yeah.
Awkward. Like sex scenes and shit.
I mean, we are let's
A
say,
family show.
Yeah,
Sex scenes
ABC.
is so awkward. This is so many people. Like
ABC.
some people that I would really like to work with. Jennifer Lewis.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Taraji was one of them, but I got to work with her. She actually directed a movie. I said I don't do movies. I did a movie. I actually worked with Taraji P. Henson and Jennifer Hudson.
Okay.
I was like a guest star. She was like the lead. And Mrs. Pauletta Washington, who's Denzel Washington's wife,
Right.
who's like an amazing actress. Like she's so dope. Let's see, who would I work opposite of? God, I want to work with funny people. Eddie Murphy.
As your TV husband?
Not a TV husband, but I'm not looking at TV husbands. I'm not thinking about that because I'm thinking about like who would I want to work with that we would have good chemistry.
Right.
Okay.
You know, so he can play my whoever. I don't know who they gonna play. I don't know yet. I ain't done writing it.
There ain't even no husband in the script.
You know, because I ain't even married. I didn't know it's not about my life. I'm like, you know,
I'm just saying if you're casted like
as a wife.
As a wife, like you know how Cedric got his show, The Neighborhood. Mm-hmm. He, who is his wife from Martin? I'm sorry, Arnold.
Oh,
Tashina
Arnold.
And they make a good chemistry. You know, ain't no sex scenes in that.
Okay, who do I think I can make like? I mean,
Good chemistry, funny.
Yeah, they're a funny couple.
They're
more
a
than
hilarious
anything.
couple.
I'm trying to think of like who I would want to work with right now. What's that African? It's an African guy. Or maybe he's not African. He might be from Brooklyn for real. He's not even African.
Or from fucking England.
No, he's not English. He's I think his name is like Micah or something like that. He has a stand up on Netflix. He's really funny though. He's dark skinned. I can't think of his name.
Accent?
He doesn't have an accent. He's from Brooklyn. Michael Shea. Michael Shea is funny as fuck. He's a black man that I would.
How you spell that?
Michael Shea. Che. Or is it Che? Che, yeah, Michael Che. I think we would be a good, funny married couple. Because I like his sense of humor, his comedic timing.
Okay, yeah.
I already worked with Tyler James, but I feel like he and I, if Amber, or not even Amber, but if we just worked together, like I think we would be really funny together.
Michael Shea is funny as hell.
He's fun. That's what I'm saying. He could play.
He could play your husband.
He could play. We would be a funny ass couple.
Yeah, y'all would.
Okay.
You know, give a little chocolate caramel swirl vibe.
Y'all would.
He from Brooklyn.
See,
you know,
that's the answer I want.
Okay, yeah. So him, Michael Shea. He funny as shit.
I'm gonna call my nigga up.
Yeah, call him and let him know that we need him for the project. Because we need his comedic timing for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of who else would be like really funny to work with. Like
any other women that you would want to work with?
Women?
Or even directors. Like what's my man that always do the Think Like a Man's? You like him?
Oh yeah, Malcolm Lee.
No, not him.
Oh. He did Best Man, didn't he? Malcolm Lee did Best Man?
Yeah, I said Think Like a Man.
Oh, Think Like a Man. What's his name? I'm blanking. Oh, Lee Daniels.
Okay, you would do Lee.
Is that who you talking about? Mm-mm. Oh, I've auditioned for both of them before, though. Lee Daniels, and I've auditioned for Malcolm Lee.
Who would you cast as a sister role? Oh, okay.
Huh?
Will Packer.
Oh, I've auditioned for him, too.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I like him.
Who would you cast as a sister role?
A sister for me, Tiffany Haddish, an older sister.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say
older
that.
sister. I want her to play her. I think Taraji would be a good sister. Even though like I've already worked with her, she directed me, so it was different. I didn't get to like. And then when she came on Abbott, I wasn't there.
Oh,
yeah. So she came like the day after me, and they were like, you can come to work still and like meet her if you want to. And I was like, I already met her. It's not that. Now I'm gonna look like a groupie if I come on my off day.
I thought you was gonna say somebody else.
Who?
When I holla ski, let me pull up.
To play your sister.
To play my sister.
I just seen you rapping it earlier.
She might be my sister from another mister, maybe. But for sure, Tiana Taylor, I think she's hilarious too. She's funny. She's a good actress. So I'll probably have her play like a sibling.
I like that Amon is getting in that acting real good on it.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, on The Shy. He's actually really good on The Shy.
He
I
actually
think
plays himself
Tiana
on
is
The
helping
Shy.
him.
He plays himself. That's him. That's him.
But you know how hard it is to play yourself when the cameras aren't on you and you still got lines?
True. Well, they separated, unfortunately.
Yeah, I heard that. Sometimes, that's what's best. As long as they're
I like
happy
how she
and the
came
kids are
out and was
happy.
like, listen, y'all not going to dog
It's
my
not your business.
nigga.
Right.
We separated. He can do what he want to do. Stop DMing me.
I wouldn't expect anything else from her, though.
Of course.
I always say, man, he delivered their daughter in the bathroom.
Right, with his hands.
With his hands. They going to be
If we locked in, ain't no switching up.
Ever.
Okay.
Dumb, like,
We ain't good, but we still good.
Yes.
that's your shit.
That's my shit too.
That's her shit.
That is my
That's a grown ass song.
Yes.
That's a grown ass song.
Like, people need to digest that song.
They do.
Really.
Because it's all love. That's what we
always
need
love.
when we say it's all love.
You still gonna give him some? Is that what that means?
No, we ain't good.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
so that means you
We
ain't getting no good.
Okay, you better preach.
The hell?
You better
But
preach.
we still
Usher
good.
make that song?
Because it's so perfect.
Because it's grown as hell.
Why would he make that song?
That's your
For his
problem.
ex.
That's stupid.
I feel okay.
That's stupid.
No, it's not.
That's the one that
It's
hit.
very
grown.
needed and
It
right on
is.
time.
It is.
My God.
I asked my co-host on here to come up with a fuck, marry, kill, and do y'all have one?
Well, in hindsight, Naté gives off the vibe that she would like just love on all of them. So
Nah,
I think it'd be
give
hard.
very
She
much.
from the east side.
What's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay, she good at reading people.
Look, you about to say like, hey, I don't really fuck with them. I see you.
No, I mean,
Me either.
I can give Badu vibes.
All right, so the one I have, it was just popular people.
Oh my gosh! Please don't let it be none of my coworkers. I gotta work with these people,
Yes,
y'all.
it is one.
So don't make
is
it
one.
weird. Don't make it weird
Michael
because
B. Jordan.
I'm gonna kill him.
Michael B. Jordan. I don't know what you like, so I'm just going off what I see on social media. Idris Elba or Damson. Y'all niggas are smacking your teeth. I told y'all to do it. You can't smack your teeth
That's the
when I
most
didn't want to do
basic.
it.
You ain't even put nobody interesting in there. They all fine.
I'm sorry. I thought.
First of all,
Right.
never mind. I was about to say something. Let me calm down.
Or take out.
They all fine. So let me just say that Idris is married, so I kill him.
Okay.
Damn. Okay, I got fucking Mary.
Yep.
I'm a fuck Damson. And I would marry Michael B. Jordan because I think we would be more compatible. He's an Aquarius. And me and Aquariuses get along very well.
Look at God.
So I get along with Aquariuses. What is going on? What is happening here? Are you an Aquarius?
Arthur
Or
is an
What's
Aquarius.
your birthday?
Yeah, I'm an Aquarius.
Oh my
Did you hear the voice?
It's
God.
a
You know,
little
y'all.
211.
Oh, 211. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I get along with Aquariuses though. I do.
funny.
That's why I said I would
Though.
marry Michael, I guess, in fuck Damson.
Michael, not Art.
Not in real life, but yeah.
All right.
Oh my goodness. He just. I feel the heat radiating off of you. The boy is on fire right now.
That's how I'm feeling right now.
The man is in heat, okay? Literally and figuratively.
That Aquarius shit was the last straw. Like,
He said,
He got his homeboy at Zell's right now. Hey, pull the trigger.
"Oh, dang." He like, wait, let me confirm the size first. I'm a 7. I'm a size 7. It's like,
I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Oh man.
put some throw some wrenches in there. Like throw some.
Come on,
Like make
Yeah,
it
I'm
make
about to- hold
it
on,
make
'cause
it funny.
I got two. I'm stuck
Y'all
on the
gotta
third
come on,
one.
make it like, ooh, what the hell?
Okay.
Gary Owen,
Who is that?
the white comedian.
Oh, he married too.
I know. I'm
To
just
a black woman though.
Yeah.
So he get extra
Gary
points.
Owen, Art Ward.
Man.
Nigga.
No,
Man.
I'm trying to think of another.
Not John Mayer.
there we go. No, or Steve Harvey.
Why all these men gotta be married? He said he definitely gonna marry me.
I got one. You don't want that mustache all on you.
Okay,
I need a good one. Come on, let's say it.
I think I got one. Okay, you know who Friday is?
Friday.
The
Yeah.
singer? No, she don't know who that is. Nobody know who Friday is.
Show me a picture.
People know who Friday is.
Show me a
Nobody know who
picture.
he
He's
is.
saying God did and DJ Khaled's.
God did. I thought Khaled said that.
Exactly.
cracking up.
Nobody know who fucking Friday is.
Okay, I got
I
one.
gotta start over. Go ahead. You go.
I got one. I'm gonna start you out.
All right.
Keep working
Come
on
on,
it,
Shaq.
please.
Blueface,
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Okay.
Wale,
Okay.
Future.
Okay. Okay.
Blueface, Wale.
Blueface, Wale, Future.
I know who you killing.
You better be killing.
You better kill this nigga.
Wale.
You killing Wale?
You're killing Wale.
Wale gotta go.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Wale gotta go.
Oh my
I thought you
God.
liked
Wait, what you
poetry and
say?
shit.
Blueface, Wale, and Future.
Wait, who?
Blueface, Wale, Future.
Oh shit, Blueface.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, come back.
Okay, yeah,
Blueface,
Wale,
Wale,
cut that
and
out,
Future.
Art.
But I actually met Blueface.
Okay.
And he was very sweet.
I can imagine that.
He was extremely sweet to me, and he is very handsome. He is tall, and he got like curly hair, silky hair. He like got nice tan. That man is handsome. I ain't gonna say act like he ugly, but I hate the way he treat his baby mamas. So I gotta kill that nigga. And I ain't even gonna kill him. I'm gonna have my homies pull up in the because I'm scared. They're gonna come and retaliate on me because of
Okay.
But he gotta go. Wale. I just don't see it for him.
You don't like Wale?
I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't like him. Like, I think he's very philosophical and like he's very like
Right, he can be saying poetry.
ambitious girl. Like I would marry him just so he could sing that to me every morning. Okay.
Right.
And then I'm gonna fuck Future.
While you watering your plants.
Oh,
I'm fucking Future sensational for sure.
I knew this. Okay.
Because that's what you doing?
I knew this. It's not about me, Art.
Yeah.
You have to kill Blueface because he's annoying and disrespectful.
Yeah, he
on
too
camera.
disrespectful. Like the fact, even how he treat his mother. Like,
Yes.
I just like. I mean, granted, like when I met him, like I said, he was very sweet. But also, I'm a woman who he doesn't know,
Right.
and who he's not intimate with or have a close relationship with. So that's why I'm like, seeing how he treat the women that's close to him is a no-no for me. Like where I come from, the men take care of us. Like they don't play about us. So no, we ain't on that. We ain't on that.
So that was a given.
He had to go.
And Future just seems
Future looked like all them baby mamas he got.
he looked like he a
Yeah, and he looked like he a trick off. So yes. And then Wale, I mean, sweet nothings in my ear.
all day.
I need him ambitious girl every morning.
It's gonna be that.
While you watering plants.
You feel me? I feel like he would be like fun enough, but just boring enough.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Not too much.
You ready there, set? Ready, set, go?
Sure.
You could have hit us with an all Puerto Rican version.
Ooh. Or a Latin version. Afro beats?
Shit.
No. She said, girl, fuck that.
Diddy. Tootsie.
Okay.
Burna Boy.
Ooh. Okay, Diddy, Burna Boy, Tootsie.
Three different spectrums.
I'm getting rid of Tootsie because I honestly don't know him like that. I know him from like YouTube. I know he does music.
Okay.
But like he's like my height. No shade. So yeah, he gotta go. He gotta go. I gotta kill him. Who's the other one?
Burna Boy or Diddy?
I'm marrying Burna Boy because he's Nigerian, and they, listen, I've dated Nigerian men. They sprinkle the money on you and shit. I like that.
wait.
I gotta marry him, and then I'm fucking Diddy because I can get the other money before I, marry Burna.
Very strategic.
But even though he might, never mind. But yeah, listen, I used to be a city girl before the city girls was a city girl. I'm just saying.
Okay.
No, for real.
I was a city girl, so yeah. Before they were city girls.
Flat out.
I retired that because we didn't talk about it either. It was just a thing that you just
live in the moment.
Like you could look at a trick or a daddy and knew he was the daddy, and you ain't have to do nothing for it.
Yeah, now we want the sugar.
When I was a city girl, they was giving you the money just for coming over and like being company.
That's
being
dead.
in
Just
your
being
presence.
company.
That's dead.
Just sitting at the bar with them and having a drink.
Yeah, that's dead.
They'd break you off with a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying? For your school books and shit.
Ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Take
Okay,
them
it ain't
jeans.
completely dead.
Take
So.
them jeans off.
Oh my goodness.
Get comfortable.
It's not completely dead.
Not take them jeans
Yeah,
off.
take them
Right.
off.
He's trying.
See, a girl like me, I layer some shorts underneath it.
Okay,
so
yeah,
I'm taking the jeans off, but I got shorts on too,
That's cool.
and 5 pair of panties. Cause I know you gonna try to get.
You gonna dig for this. You gonna work. Boy, you gonna put some work in.
I'm gonna try to massage the shoulders. Blow the ear.
That man was in the war. He didn't work for 5 pennies ain't enough. he didn't find some. That's all I got for funny. Just for we got any more of those? Y'all got any more personals? Oh, your favorite movie? I meant to ask you that. What is your favorite movie?
Favorite? Ooh, Eve's Bayou.
I haven't seen that in a while.
Eve's Bayou. That movie's so layered. I actually watched it for the first time in some years.
I'll probably really
In some years. Yeah. And I bawled. And I was like, damn, this is a good movie.
Can you cry on cue?
I can, yes.
Do you, not to get personal, do you gotta think of something dark, or you could just do it?
I don't have to think of nothing dark. So I always have a shooting schedule, so I know what and when I'm shooting stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to switch when I'm gonna shoot it, they'll let me know, right? So I can prepare myself. So from the day before I go into work, I know what scene I got to do. So I prepare myself that night before. I wake up, prepare myself, and that whole day, I'll prepare myself.
To cry.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done a sex scene yet?
I have, but not on a big set, which was worse, honestly. But they were very respectful. The director and everybody was it was a closed set. That's always it always has to be a closed set for me. But they have they coach us through stuff like that. So they ask you what you're comfortable with, the type of kissing, where they can touch you, all that stuff. So they ask for permission, consent, all of that.
I wanted to ask the dudes. I'd be like, I ain't got no boundaries.
She do whatever.
She do whatever she need to do to get her in the mood.
No, but they have to do that because we're at work.
No, I get it.
And this is not porn. And there's a thin line between that. So, no, you can't just touch me anywhere. Because if I feel some shit, that's sexual assault. And now this whole production shut the fuck down.
Wait, if you feel his man's?
Not even that, but what's for what? They're not showing it. Why are you hard?
The fuck? What?
You have to be professional. You got to know how to control yourself. That's why we get paid the bucks. That's why we get paid the bucks we get paid. But I mean, there are situations where there will be a chemistry, and then we hear later where people end up meeting, dating, fucking around or whatever after work or after it's over or whatever, because the chemistry is real. Real. Y'all feel it the same way we feel it. You know what I'm saying? But some of the people be married. Yeah. So I'm not about with this. Yeah. I'm working and I want to keep working. And if somebody finds out that I had a sex scene and I was inappropriate during that sex scene, I'm not working no more. And what the fuck is no?
What's all the work you did professional to this point?
I ain't got nothing towards you until the cameras is off. We clocked out. Everybody got our fucking checks, and then we can. If it's something else there, we can spin the block. But other than that, we got to get this money. Shit.
I know that's right.
Just wrapping up here because we've been having so much fun.
I know.
It's just been going for.
Where we at?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
155.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, this is our longest one we ever did.
I like that.
It's been good though. Where do you see what's next for you? What do you see yourself next couple years?
So I actually have my own production company. Okay. It's called Pronouncing the Tape Productions. Okay. So like I said earlier, I really want to get more into producing and writing. Maybe directing eventually. But yeah, I definitely am inspired by Quinta, by Issa, by Robin Thede, all of those to be a leader. I'm an Aries, we the first zodiac, and I'm going head first, right into it, So yeah, I think bringing it to the city too. There's a lot of talented people that I know. And we have a lot of resources here, a lot of open space and opportunity.
Yeah,
and
sure.
they actually do film a lot of things in Ohio that people don't even really know about, like certain movies like Queen and Slim. That was directed by Melina Matsoukas. That was actually
that movie.
Yeah, that was filmed. Part of that was filmed here in Ohio.
I want to watch that this weekend.
Yeah, so like there's opportunities, and we ain't got nothing out here but land
Facts.
barns and all these houses.
Do you want to? You've done a lot of shows. Do you want to get into more movies or more shows or what?
I want to do both. I want to keep doing television because television keeps you paid.
Okay.
Because it's a constant, check, and you can keep going for seasons. Like
Law
if you go
and
20
Order.
seasons, So I would love to get that because I would be working for 20 years,
Right.
But movies make stars.
Facts.
Movies make stars, so I can't wait until that's why I said I haven't broke just yet. I tell people like I'm a television actress. I'm not a movie star. I'm not yet.
It's coming.
Right.
I know it's coming.
Right,
It's just I'm climbing the ladder. I ain't trying to skip because if you skip,
Make sure once you get that movie star role and you do a couple of big movies, make sure you spin the block on
for
this.
sure. I've been telling you for years. Like, yes, absolutely.
Yes, you have been.
Yes.
I thank you for joining us today.
Of course. You know
It's
I
been
love you,
fun.
Art. You know
Yes.
it's all love.
Big fan of yours. Will continue to be a big fan of yours and rooting on from Ohio.
Thank you.
As you continue to take over LA
Period.
in the industry.
And listen, if some people from Youngstown, if you know somebody from Youngstown that moved to LA or they're doing their thing in LA, like tell them to link up with me. Like I don't know nobody. I actually only know one person out there from Youngstown. Her name is Tyra. Tyra Withers. Yes,
Okay,
that's my
yeah.
homegirl. She actually reached out to me before she moved out there, and she's like my little sister now. Like you know,
Okay.
so
I know Keelan out there. I don't know if you know Keelan.
yes, Keelan. Keelan. Of course, I know Keelan. I've
Yeah.
actually, I should text Keelan.
Lucky Penny out there too, I think. Still, I think. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, who is that?
That was awkward. That was just an awkward pause. I don't know.
He said that was just an awkward part.
Why'd you just pause?
Right, it was. Why did he honestly? But yes, link up with me if y'all from Youngstown and you in LA. Yeah, link me.
Flat out.
This has been a special episode of Can't Knock the Pod. Make sure y'all like and subscribe, do all that good stuff. Don't forget, live show is coming up. Say the date. We shooting for 11/11. So, all my out of town people, if you can be in town around there, we're going to make that happen. Reach out to me. Let me know if that's a good day for all y'all. Because I want many people that could come from out of town to come as well that support us.
Yeah, we need the friends.
Yeah,
there
we
so
need the
can
friends.
turn up.
That's all we got, man.
Can't knock
Can't Out the Pod with talented, beautiful Naté Jones.
Yay! Love y'all.
And we out.